You're watching 3 Questions with Kat. Overcome your obstacles and find success. Hey everyone, it is Catherine and I'm here with Mila. We're back for another episode of 3 Questions with Kat. Okay.
Ooh, I like that.
3 Questions with Kat, yes. What the people want to know is what stops people from having success?
I mean, honestly, I feel like the number one thing that you need to have to be successful is you need to believe in yourself and you need to be driven, because you know, as much as luck can be a part of things, you need to have the discipline and the motivation. Honestly, what I say is you're not always going to be motivated, but you have to be disciplined, because that's how things get done. Like if you have goals, they're not always going to be fun throughout the whole time. But having that discipline is going to push you through, and as long as you believe in yourself and you really love it and you're passionate about it, that's going to push you to the next level, in my opinion. But this is a work in progress. So.
But that's a powerful combo. A lot of people say believe in yourself, or I don't know if I've heard anybody say disciplined and driven, but if you just believe in yourself, I'm like, I know it's going to happen someday, and you're praying for it, but you're not putting in the work.
But you need to make it happen. You can't just say, oh, I really want it, but then not really work for it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I've met a lot of people along the way in Hollywood that they really believe in themselves, and they got the stuff, and they think, and they're like lazy laying by the pool, thinking they'll get discovered by laying by the pool.
It's not just gonna come to you, right? Exactly. Like you gotta fight. You gotta work.
No, but I also love that you said be disciplined even when you don't feel motivated.
Exactly.
How many people do we know that they only work on stuff when they feel like it?
Exactly, and that's the thing with most anything is consistency is the golden ticket, because you can be motivated one day and work really hard, and then the next, you don't feel like it, and suddenly, your progress isn't on a steady incline, but it's just kind of going like this, and it's not really going to get you to where you want to be.
And the next question is, how do you overcome obstacles?
Overcoming obstacles, it really depends on the kind of obstacle, but I think just remembering why I'm doing it, and remembering that pain or that obstacle is temporary is a big thing, because it's going to get better. So you just kind of, and sometimes you just need to live with it. Sometimes you got to go like, okay, I'm not doing the best right now, and that is okay. And sometimes you can't fight it with certain emotions and certain feelings. Sometimes you got to push through, but sometimes you just got to let it. You just gotta let it come to you. You gotta feel those emotions, and then you just push past it. But,
so that's why. So really, you're saying really knowing the difference between when do I push and when do I just like allow myself to rest and feel this, because if you're in a state of a frenzy, upset, and you're trying to push through, it's not going to turn out the way you want it to.
You might just become more upset or more stressed out instead of just processing what you're feeling. That's what I think.
That's really good. The final question is, what do you wish you would have known 5 years ago?
That's a good one. I feel like because my childhood, like growing up, I was a competitive gymnast, so a lot of the coaching was very detrimental mentally and physically, and so it didn't teach us to have a voice, and so it was kind of the opposite. We didn't really have a voice, and so then transitioning to the artist, entertainment industry, where it's really about having a voice and being creative, it was like a total switch for me. So I just would have, I guess, liked to tell myself that the more I work on being comfortable with who I am and not, not necessarily not trying to be something I'm not, but just being secure and working to be the best self I can be is going to translate into how people perceive me. Because if you're comfortable with yourself and you're meeting someone and talking to someone and you're genuinely comfortable in that moment, then that's going to make them comfortable. And that's what I used to not really understand. It's not just about being nice or saying the right things. It's about like your energy, how you feel about yourself is going to project into how people perceive you.
That's true.
So it's kind of like a psychological thing. So
so if you enter the room with you're self-assured and you have joy, that permeates the room, and then others feel like they pick up their mood, or you kind of are setting the tone.
It adds like a sense of comfortability. If you're not comfortable with yourself, or you're kind of unsure, then the vibe between you and whoever you're talking to might like result in that sort of vibe. So that's something I'm working on every day. So it's just something that I guess 5 years ago, knowing to be self-aware of that. so that I can continue to work on it.
That's great. Well, thank you. And where can people find you if they want to look you up?
Yeah, so my Instagram and TikTok is Mila.Nabours. Neighbors is spelled a little different. It's Nabours. And YouTube, just my name, Mila Nabours.
Awesome. And she's also an awesome singer. You guys probably know her as an actor, but she's also an awesome singer.
Check out my music on all platforms, Spotify, Apple, whatever you listen to, just Mila Nabours. And I got some originals on there. More coming soon. So.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye. Get the tips you need to reach your dreams.